that shot right there. This is our concrete road. Actually, it sits just like this. Concrete road, building, an excavator there, Arctic truck here, telehandler there, dozer you can see up there.
It's a children's book, Goodnight, Goodnight Construction Site. Cat Trial 13 will bring it to life. From the Caterpillar Tanaha Hills Demonstration and Learning Center in Green Valley, Arizona, creative director Archie Lyons leads the team that will get it done.
Goodnight, Goodnight Construction Site really started, I have a 4-year-old daughter. One of her favorite books is Goodnight, Goodnight Construction Site. And this is actually her copy, and one night I was reading her the book, and I stopped reading, and she just looked at me and was like, "Daddy, what's going on? Read." And I couldn't because the machines literally came to life on page for me. And that's when I realized this is a trial.
Every CAT trial has some kind of equipment or service on which it focuses. CAT Trial 13, Goodnight, Goodnight Construction Site, highlights Caterpillar services and preventative maintenance.
Yeah, we want to make sure that as customers have a chance to watch the video and they see the service truck coming in, to be thinking about that Caterpillar and our CAT dealers are here for them. We're here if they need help with service, for preventive maintenance, for anything that they would really need, that we are here to help support them and make them successful. And at Caterpillar, we have a very intentional focus. We've shared that with our investor community that we are going to grow services to $28 million by 2026. And in order to do that, we know that we can't keep offering the same old. So how do we bring some of those new services to the marketplace? And so we have our customer value agreements, our self-service options, rebuilds, a plethora, Cat Financial, we have so many services. And what a great opportunity to bring that into a CAT trial to help spread that message.
So how do you bring to life characters, construction equipment, out of a children's book? The main reference guide is pretty obvious.
One of the things we're seeing constantly behind the scenes are copies of the actual book. They're using this as a blueprint to make sure that every shot matches as much as possible.
And you'll notice everybody on the team has one of these. We met with the author and illustrator last fall, and somebody had a question, and we all pulled out our books and started going through it. And the author was, I think, dumbfounded that a group of grown business people all had a children's book in this meeting. But it is our blueprint. We are being very loyal to this book because we believe this is the right blueprint for us to use.
CAT Trial 13 isn't just trying to capture the same equipment and the same construction site depicted in the book. It's also trying to incorporate the texture of the illustrations and the expressions of the equipment. In order to do that, you'll need an animator.
Can we outline machines, or can we add the eyes? Can we add the white? How are we going to put in the back? Because he's got this really stylized background with the buildings and the building where hay pipe down comes from. It's kind of an angle. So that's really where we kind of started breaking it down, doing some tests.
Every effort has been made to pay attention to detail. Even the facade of this building was made from high-resolution scans of the original artwork.
The book has a lot of different layers and elements that the illustrator, Tom Lichtenheld, did, and he had a lot of, we were able to talk with him first of all in October and really kind of he talked about his process, about how he would line draw all the pieces out, scan them in, but it kind of helps give it the quality that Tom does with these French crayons. And so we really broke down, he provided some really high-res illustrations that he had original art, and we were able to zoom in like 1600% and really kind of break down what it was.
The white screens on the windows of the equipment are there to hide the operators and to make animating the machines with faces and expressions much easier.
Now, of course, the machines are all real, from the excavator to the bulldozer to the telehandler. But there are some elements that are not, like this steel I-beam. It's made out of wood. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to do this.
What matters is that the book is brought to life. Doing that requires painstaking measures, including a cameo by the creative director.
Hey! Pipe down!
The author of the book, Sherry Dusky Rinker, almost had a starring role as herself. She tells me she never imagined her labor of love would be turned into a live-action production.
And then last night we shot to the moon in the bucket of the excavator, And seeing that illustrated element that I'm so familiar with, it's been in every book since, against an actual truck. So you've got this kind of, the grittiness of a real piece of machinery against this very sweet illustrated element. It was a little emotional even.
The purpose of a CAT trial is to highlight a product, service, or technology, address the business needs of customers, and it has to have a relevant yet timeless pop culture appeal. The timelessness of CAT Trial 13, Goodnight Construction Site, has manifested in not only the parents who have shared the book with their children, but also in the generations of kids inspired by the wonders and adventures to be found on a construction site.
There is something about the machinery that is so captivating to them. And the only thing that I can equate it to is that they're like superheroes. And I think, through those pure childlike eyes, you really get an appreciation for, the strength, the engineering, the power, the brilliance of the operators.
Arturo Santiago, Heavy Equipment Guide.